Welcome, friends. I am Dr. V.K. Chauhan, homeopathic physician. We are revising important topics in the subject of psychology for first BHMS homeopathic student. The topic number 54 deals with motivation. So, let us recall the term motivation refers to factors that activate, direct, and sustain goal directed behavior, and it involves biological, emotional, social, and cognitive forces that help us in activating this kind of a behavior. The motive cannot be seen as a matter of fact, but it can be rather inferred on the basis of behavior what we observe. So we will define the motivation. Motivation can be defined as the process that initiates, guides, and maintains goal directed behaviors. Components of behavior there are three major components to motivation. Number one is the activation. It involves the decision to initiate a kind of a behavior. Second is the persistence. It is the continuous effort towards the goal in spite of the many obstacles the person receives. And then third is intensity. If the intensity is low, then the concentration and vigor put into the goal is low, and if it is the high intensity is there, probably you will put all efforts, all your energy in the direction of getting that particular goal or achieving that particular goal. Theories of motivation. Following are the theories of motivation. Number one is the instinct theory, and here an instinct is a fixed and inborn pattern of behavior. It includes biological instinct that are important for survival, just like as we know fear, cleanliness, and love. Psychologist William James, Sigmund Freud, and William McDougall have processed and proposed a number of basic human drives that activate and motivate the behavior. Second is the drive and need theory. Drive theory suggests our behaviors are motivated by the need to fulfill these drives. And third is arousal level theory. The arousal theory of motivation suggests that the people are motivated to engage in behaviors that help them maintain their optimum level of arousal. The person with low arousal engage in relaxing activities, and persons who have high arousal need to engage in exciting, thrill-seeking behaviors. Extrinsic versus intrinsic motivation. The motivation at times can be described as being either intrinsic or extrinsic. The extrinsic motivation it has, which arises from the outside of the individual and often involves rewards such as trophies, monies, social recognition, and pride. That motivates them highly. And there are people who have intrinsic motivation. It arises from within the individual, such as doing a work which gives them self-satisfaction or personal gratification, like solving problem. They don't worry whether they are recognized or not, they have been praised or not, so they keep on doing their job silently. Bibliography. We have taken help of following sites in preparing this particular talk. Thank you very much for patient listening.